Leonardo da Vinci. The name conjures images of the Mona Lisa's enigmatic smile, the divine proportions of the Vitruvian Man, and the solemn gathering of the Last Supper. We know him as the ultimate Renaissance man, a painter, scientist, inventor, and philosopher. But what if the man we think we know is just a carefully constructed facade? What if, behind the celebrated genius, there was a man of shadows, a keeper of forbidden knowledge, a heretic, and a master of codes? Today, we peel back the layers of history to uncover the secret, disturbing, and forbidden life of Leonardo da Vinci. This isn't the story you learned in art class. This is the story of the secrets he took to his grave. Born in 1452, Leonardo was an illegitimate child, a status that would haunt him his entire life, barring him from a university education and a traditional professional path. But this outsider status may have been his greatest gift. Free from the rigid doctrines of formal education, his mind was allowed to wander, to question everything. And question he did. He looked at the human body not just as a subject for art, but as a machine to be reverse engineered. He looked at the heavens not as a divine canvas, but as a cosmic clockwork to be understood. This insatiable curiosity led him down a dangerous path. In an age when the church held absolute power, dissecting human bodies was not just taboo. It was a mortal sin, an act punishable by excommunication or worse. Yet, Leonardo risked it all. Under the cover of darkness, in the cold basements of hospitals and morgues, he secretly dissected over 30 human corpses. Imagine the scene. The flickering candlelight, the chilling silence broken only by the sound of his blade, as he meticulously peeled back skin, muscle, and sinew. He wasn't just a grave robber. He was a scientific pioneer, charting the territory of the human body with unprecedented detail. His anatomical drawings are so accurate they could still be used in medical textbooks today. He documented the intricate network of nerves, the chambers of the heart, and the development of a fetus in the womb, knowledge that was centuries ahead of its time. But why the secrecy? Because he was uncovering truths that directly challenged religious dogma about the human soul and divine creation. He was proving that the body was a biological machine, a concept considered deeply heretical. These notebooks were his secret rebellion. And his rebellion didn't stop with anatomy. Leonardo's notebooks, over 13,000 pages of them, are a testament to a mind at war with its time. But here's the most fascinating part. He wrote most of them in his famous mirror script. From right to left, the letters reversed. For centuries, people believed this was a way to prevent his ink from smudging, as he was left-handed. A simple, practical explanation. But others argue it was a deliberate act of concealment, a cryptographic method to protect his revolutionary and heretical ideas from prying eyes. Think about it. He was designing war machines like tanks, flying contraptions, and scuba gear. He was exploring geology and concluding that the Earth was far older than the Bible claimed. He was dabbling in ideas that could get him burned at the stake. Mirror writing was his firewall, a simple yet effective way to ensure only he, or someone with the patience to use a mirror, could decipher his most dangerous thoughts. Let's talk about the big one, his faith, or, more accurately, his lack of it. While he accepted commissions from the Pope and painted some of the most iconic religious art in history, many scholars believe Leonardo was, at best, a skeptic and, at worst, a secret heretic. Take a closer look at the Last Supper. Traditional depictions show halos above Jesus and the apostles. In Leonardo's version, no halos, none. This was a radical departure, suggesting the divinity of these figures was not a given. He portrayed them as mortal men, full of emotion, shock, and betrayal. Some theories go even further. Look at the figure to the right of Jesus. For centuries, this has been identified as the Apostle John, often depicted as young and effeminate. But is it John, or is it, as some authors and researchers have sensationally proposed, Mary Magdalene? Notice the V-shape between Jesus and this figure, a symbol for the sacred feminine. If this is Mary Magdalene, placed at the right hand of Jesus, it completely upends Christian doctrine. It suggests she was not a mere follower, but a central figure, perhaps even his wife, and the one designated to lead his church. Was Leonardo embedding a secret Gnostic belief into his most famous religious work, right under the nose of the church? It's a tantalizing theory that suggests his art was not just for devotion, but for subversion. His personal life was also shrouded in secrecy and scandal. At the age of 24, Leonardo and several other young men were publicly accused of sodomy. In 15th century Florence, this was a capital offense. The charges were eventually dismissed for lack of evidence, but the shadow of the accusation followed him. He became intensely private, never married, and had no known children. His closest companions were always his young male apprentices, most notably the handsome but notoriously troublesome Salai, whom Leonardo took in as a boy. Salai stole from him, lied to him, and was a constant headache. Yet Leonardo kept him by his side for decades, even referring to him in his notebooks as the little devil. Their relationship remains a subject of intense speculation. Was it purely a master-apprentice bond, or something more? We may never know, but Leonardo's life was one lived on the fringes. constantly navigating the dangerous social codes of his era. Even his most famous creation, the Mona Lisa, is a fortress of secrets. Who is she? Most agree it's Lisa Gherardini, the wife of a Florentine merchant. But why did Leonardo keep the painting with him until his death, constantly working on it, never delivering it to the person who commissioned it? Some theories suggest the painting is an androgynous self-portrait, a blend of his own features with a female ideal. Look at the facial structure. Could it be Leonardo's own face, feminized? Others point to the strange, almost alien landscape in the background. The two sides don't match up, creating a sense of unease and mystery. And then there's the smile. It's the ultimate secret. Using a technique called sfumato, Leonardo blurred the corners of the mouth and eyes, making her expression change depending on where you look. Is she happy, sad, mocking? The smile is an optical illusion, a deliberate trick played by a master who understood human perception better than anyone. The Mona Lisa isn't just a portrait, it's an interactive psychological experiment. So, who was Leonardo da Vinci? Was he the pious artist of the Renaissance, or a secret heretic encoding forbidden knowledge in his art? Was he a brilliant scientist, or a madman risking his life to uncover truths the world wasn't ready for? The answer is, he was all of these things. He was a man of profound contradictions, forced to live a life of secrecy to protect his mind's freedom. He used art as a cover, commissions from the church as a shield, and mirror writing as a lock to protect his true legacy. His greatest works are not just paintings or drawings. They are treasure maps, filled with codes, clues, and hidden challenges to the authority of his time. He saw a future that we are only now beginning to fully appreciate, and he left us a trail of breadcrumbs through his art and notebooks. The genius of Leonardo isn't just in what he created, it's in what he hid in plain sight. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the shadows of history. If you enjoyed uncovering these secrets, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. What other historical mysteries do you want us to explore? Let me know in the comments below. See you next time.